Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My name is Shahida if you are new here, and if you are not, thank you so much for doing me the honor of coming back. Anyway, I heard a very important phrase, and before I even get into it, this is me chastising myself first before anyone else. I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but I think when we get into the video, you are going to feel called out. You are going to feel triggered, but that's okay. I am calling myself out too because I do the same thing and I'm trying to change. You get what I mean? Today's video is going to call all of us out for not respecting ourselves enough and how to fix it. Because if you're going to talk about a problem, you might as well have solutions to it. I heard a phrase that goes, you can tell how much a person respects themselves by the promises they keep to themselves. And I have to totally agree. I have to totally agree because, first of all, doing hard things, things you say you're going to do builds confidence. And if you respect yourself enough, then guess what? You are going to try as much as possible to be competent. And I haven't been the best at this. I haven't been keeping promises to myself. And exhibit one is me not being on YouTube for the longest time. Although I was pregnant and gave birth like 3 months ago, that is still not an excuse. If I claim this is my dream, if I claim this is something that I want to do with my life, then I should be able to forgo all the aches and pains and actually show up for myself as much as I can. But I haven't been doing that. As I was saying, you can tell how much a person respects themselves by the promises they keep to themselves. So if you say you're going to drink more water, but anytime you're thirsty, you reach for an energy drink, then you are not really doing what you said you were going to do, are you? And the great thing about our brain is you can train it. It is such a malleable organ in our body, which can be trained in so many different ways. So if you keep making promises and end up not doing them, you are training your brain to believe that you are someone who is a coward. You are someone who doesn't take yourself seriously. You get what I'm saying? But thank God the brain is something you can train. So I'm going to give you 3 tips, just three, on how to keep promises to yourselves and live a better life, I guess. Number one, you have to shorten the time and simplify the process between ideation and execution. What do I mean by this? When you get an idea to do something, you have to make sure the process in doing it doesn't, overwhelm you. Because one thing our brain is always going to do is protect us. Whenever there is a perceived threat, which is anything that is not already comfortable, our brain tries to protect us. And by protecting us, we self sabotage. It is a whole cycle, a whole cycle. So, what I am saying is, in order for you not to overthink, if you are someone like me whose brain is always on, then you should try and simplify the whole process as much as you can. And that takes me to my next point, which is the 2 minutes method. It's not what you think. Anyway, this method is such a great tool for anybody, but especially people with ADHD who can't focus much. And what I mean by 2 minutes method is for you to set a timer for 2 minutes to do whatever it is that you are doing. And by the time the timer sets, you are already in the thick of whatever it is you are doing that you wouldn't stop. So you are literally tricking your brain to do things without it being hard. You get what I mean? Starting starting the thing is the most difficult part. So if your brain thinks you are just doing it for 2 short minutes, then guess what? It will actually be more receptive to the idea. And while you are in the thick of it and the timer goes off, because you're already in the thick of it, if it is something that you cannot stop, then you won't stop. And even if it's something that you can stop, You're already in the thick of it anyway, so you might as well finish. You get what I'm saying? So, yes, the 2 minutes method is such an important tool for anybody that is willing to, change their lives, but especially my people with ADHD, because my mind is wired differently too, and it is such a hassle. It is a hassle. But we are going to get there one of these days. So, the third and final tip is for us to do things from a place of experience instead of outcome. And what I mean by that is you have to go at life from a place of experiencing every feeling, everything there is to experience, instead of whatever outcome this may bring. Because whether we like it or not, most of our efforts is not proportionate to the outcome, because the outcome does not even belong to us. The outcome belongs to Allah. So, what is the point of stressing about the outcome when you can just experience life for what it is? If you are sad, be sad. Sit in that sadness and understand that sadness. If you are in love, then tell the person you are in love with every day that you are in love with them. Instead of this whole trying to be cool, where the person you are in love with is always questioning whether you are in love with them or not. Make it very clear. Experience everything there is to experience. Because, baby, this whole trying to be cool, this whole nonchalance, trying to do everything with a purpose instead of actually experience, life is already grim. Death is inevitable, and you think spending this one life you have doing all sorts of rigidity is somehow going to make it better. The world is already so grim. So please, the thing that brings spark in your eyes, please do more of it. The thing that makes you feel the most joy, please do it. That thing that makes you happy, unadulteratedly happy, please do it. Because subhanallah, this life is so grim. I've said it so many times because it is true. Because if you think about it too much, you are going to go crazy. So why not just experience life for what it is? Experience everything there is to experience. There's a saying that embarrassment is an unexplored emotion. Go out there and make a fool of yourself. And honestly, I think the person, whoever said that, they ate. They did. They really ate with that. Anyway, as I was saying, because embarrassment is such an unexploded emotion, please go out there and make a fool of yourself. They'll tell that person you love that you love them. Please do all the crazy things so that you can have stories to tell your grandchildren. Experience life for what it is. Because subhanallah, can you imagine death at your doorstep and you have nothing to show for it? Of course, please do it within its limits, within Allah's limits, but still experience life, because life is meant to be experienced. Anyway, this is the end of this video, and if you have any other tips or questions or whatever it is you want to add, please put it in the comments below, and inshallah I'll see you in my next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.